Hotel, brothers and sisters, Black Power. As always, giving honor to the ancestors, Creator, my sister, father, in-laws, all my family and relatives, and all my subscribers, all my followers, and all the people that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. Um, what I want to discuss today is this Trump U.S. North Korean conglomerate, which Trump calls himself going over there, giving everyone the impression that he's trying to negotiate some peace treaties and create a summit with North Korea, with his name Joo Koon Kim or whatever his name is. It really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that it has nothing to do with no fucking peace. What Trump wants to do is create a situation such as that devil Franklin Roosevelt created in 42 when they rounded up all the Japanese that were in this country and put them in internment camps for I think 18 to 19 months. And they were compensated and given reparations for being held prisoner in this country. Now it's the same thing with FEMA. Now FEMA and Trump has plans on rounding up all of these Latino people, put them in FEMA camps, and make black people the new slaves. Once again, put slavery and subordinate employment and subordinate work back into the back-busting, back-breaking work that our ancestors performed here to create this country and build this country, once again to take the next generation from us and to put them in that same position, subordinate levels, in order to prevent an insurrection from black people. And you all seem to not understand what's really going on, and having this faggot Dennis Rodman go over there and you know, he's not old, he's over there, he created a basketball team over there in North Korea, and he's over there playing like he wants peace, but he's over there, you know, sucking all the North Korean dick that he can. And he's sitting up on television crying, you know, with earrings everywhere, all in his ass pierced, nuts pierced, face all pierced up, burnt out from every type of motherfucking narcotic that you can name. And he goes and take the washed up basketball players, you know, the ones who have had the same problems that he had, substance abuse, marriage and legal issues, rounded all them up and created this old misfit ass team over there to teach the North Koreans and play with them like he's really doing North Korea a favor. And so, you know, we gotta get, and this is the price that we pay for being so addicted to fucking entertainment and drama that we can't see this shit coming. I want to discuss this right quick. There are 64,000 black women missing in the United States today. 64,000. And so, let me ask you a question. Where do you think they're at? The last two sisters were abducted, and they were abducted, snatched out of their vehicles, and their cars were still running. This was in St. Louis. You had the same incidents in Washington, D.C. You had the same incidents in Florida, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. You know, all across the Midwest. 64,000 of our sisters are missing. Some have been gone for years. And nothing is done, nothing is said about this situation whatsoever. You know, these are the things that you know, that makes me, you know, want to create a posse of brothers to go on a all-out manhunt to try to retrieve these sisters, at least for the most part, as many as we can. But we don't do that. But then when one of our family members is missing, we want an all-out search party going on. But there's no way white America would have let 64,000 white bitches been missing. They wouldn't even have let 6 missing, let alone 64,000. And they will never, and if it happens, they will never let you live that, because it will play on the airways until something is done about it. Some answers are resolved. So but when it comes to us, you know, we allow Congress, we allow these laws and these senators and congressmen to just walk around like it's nothing with all these sisters missing. And the fucked up part about it is that we don't do anything about it. See, those days of putting up a little ass piece of paper on a lamppost, the missing sheets and all that shit, you know, running off thousands of copies at the post office. Yeah, that's good to a small degree. But for the most part, we need search parties. We need brothers, because we have brothers in the police force, we have brothers in law enforcement, we have brothers in the military, and we also have ex-military, and we also have hundreds of thousands of street G's. That we need to put our resources together, get buses, planes, or whatever it takes, boats, and begin to look for our sisters. Otherwise, they will never be found. And see, this is the thing. We always wait on this cracker for resolution. We still have the mind of a slave. And then when nothing happens, we wanna just say that the cracker didn't do anything. His job is not to do anything because he's the one snatching them. They're taking these sisters. A lot of them go and overseas. Pedophile rings. Because see, a lot of these sisters were snatched when they were young. Taken overseas to pedophile rings. These sex dens. Making sex slaves out of them. You know, selling them to crackers. These mentally tormented fucking demonic crackers that buy these sisters, chain them up in basements and all this type of shit, making them eat dog food, repeatedly raping them. A lot of them probably have had babies, have had children in these homes, in these fucking dungeons that these devils make in their homes. And for the most part, they're demelanating them, making them have children by devils, and then murdering the sisters. And then they sell the mulatto babies to white faggot and dyke ass motherfucking cracker couples, where they can use them and torment them and sex them up and turn them the fuck out. Why do you think Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt probably split up? Because Brad was probably, fucking these little babies. Because that's his goddamn nature. Everybody looks at these crackers like they're so fucking gorgeous and, and they commit no sin and all this old bullshit. These fucking, heartthrobs and all this bullshit. When the only thing is throbbing is these little faggots, pink penises for these goddamn babies. And that's why I said we need to take the head off the system of racism and white supremacy. But see, it don't bother you. Look at these sisters. And see, it don't bother you because none of them are related to you, probably. So it has no effect on you. You really don't feel it. But then when one of yours is missing, you want to get on YouTube, and hog up the goddamn airways, for yours. When these are our sisters. And then when we start looking at the situation like that, we can begin to unite. We can begin to link up. When I look at your sister as my sister, your mother as my mother, your elder is my elder, your son is my son. When we begin to link up and get in that mind, that frame of mind, then we can begin to take care of business, because we won't allow police terrorism to exist any longer. Because when we see one of our brothers or sisters being violated, the whole community will jump in and take care and annihilate this goddamn pig. Run them out the goddamn neighborhood. See, this is what I'm talking about. When we see situations like this take place, we step straight the fuck in and deal with these motherfucking pigs. There's nothing he can do when 35 or 40 brothers and sisters jump on his motherfucking ass. Take his goddamn weapon from him, take his belt off, take his goddamn shoes and his shirt and shit off, and run him the fuck out of the community. And wait on the motherfuckers to come back. Contact other communities, let them link up. Won't even let them get to the community that where the situation happened, because on their way, other communities to be tearing their asses up. And see, a lot of you pudding-hearted, boot-licking motherfucking faggots, that this seems a little too harsh for your motherfucking punk ass. But it's never too harsh when it comes to somebody that does something to you that looks like you. This is shit I'm talking about. But see, one thing that we, if we continue to be all naive and be addicted to drama, addicted to these television shows, addicted to sports, addicted to sex, addicted to food, addicted to drugs, addicted to pedophilia, addicted to molestation, addicted to lack of motivation, addicted to laziness, addicted to lack of vocational skills, a lack of social skills, addicted to hating each other, addicted to hating self, we will never move the fuck on. We won't move that one goddamn block. We won't move that one square on the Monopoly board. Because of these so-called addictions that we have to nothing. And then you run the church. Especially you fags. You fag motherfuckers. You know, that you actually believe that the creator, that the male portion of the creative forces and the creative energy condones the motherfucking shit that you do. Eating another man's dick, taking a dick in your motherfucking butt. That you actually think a true God accepts that shit and smiles upon that shit and condones that shit? No. It's just the motherfuckers down here that will accept your money and allow you to buy your way to be a participant in a religious building, a church, temple, mosque, synagogue, or whatever, because it's all of the religions. All of the religions are infected with that shit. With that fagology shit. You know, on TV, niggas kissing and, you know, moonlighting and all that bullshit. You know, and we buying into that. We're condoning that shit. Co-signing this motherfucking madness. And then telling our children that it's okay if you want to take that route. It's alright. And all you doing is giving your children and giving your babies a fucking death sentence. And we stand back and let this shit go like that. Once you take a look at this devil here. This is FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And what happened, and this is where I'm getting at, this is what I'm trying to tell you all, that in 42, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, they rounded up all the Japanese and put them in internment camps, better known today as FEMA camps. This motherfucker here, FDR, and his wife had to sign the war bill for the United States to go and fight Japan for World War II because this motherfucker was so high off coke he couldn't sign the motherfucking war papers. But he signed the internment camp papers to have all these Japanese rounded up and placed in internment camps for 18 to 19 months, and they received reparations for this shit. These are the Japanese rounded up in internment camps. And this is what happened. They were placed in these internment camps, made to work labor. They were treated worse than prisoners. But they had pretty good accommodations compared to a black male inmate that's incarcerated today. This was like Club Med compared to what's going on today in the prison industrial complex. These are the internment camps from 1942. Now let me explain this to you. How was it that these particular camps were already built and developed prior to the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor? Because these internment camps were planned for blacks at that time. Because you only had, Marcus Garvey had only been deceased maybe a year or so before the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. But I believe that these internment camps were built back in the 20s when Garvey's membership of the UNIA membership was over 6 million strong. And they thought, these devils thought that they were going to have some problems with controlling Negroes in this country at that time. So these camps were built during the 20s. and they were opened and used for the Japanese internment. So just think about it. Now these 500,000 FEMA coffins, these are coffins 7 feet long, 3 feet high, 3 feet deep, enough to put 4 people in one coffin. And if you got 500,000 of them, and this is in Madison, Georgia, on the side of the highway, where you can clearly, visibly see these coffins. So if they hold up to 4 people, that means 2 million people can go in one box. And that's without packing and stuffing them. They probably could cram 6 or 7 people in it. And so what do you think these coffins are for? Why do you think they're taking these super Walmarts and making them so big, where these Walmarts always have underground parking? Most Walmarts have underground parking if they're not in a major, huge shopping center. Most of them have underground parking. And if you go on a Walmart and you push those aisles where the food, where everything is stacked up in the aisles, you know, those shelves move and they can be picked up and moved out of the way. That's why the Walmarts are so big with these huge ceilings. Hundreds of cameras in each Walmart. Underground parking. And they have underground tunnels with tractor trailer trucks. And I'm going to see if I can pull that up and let you see a whistleblower talk about the situation with Walmart.
Of our government, helping us to make America great again.
You take them to a nearby Walmart.
As you can see, this is a Walmart disaster response team.
Many people, it's got to be dozens of people in the back of that thing. They take them to a nearby Walmart.
Hello, I make this video not a happy man. I'm at the neighborhood Walmart in San Jose, California. And this is what it has become. I did not want to believe it, but it's happening. Does this look like your friendly neighborhood Walmart to you?
And then the Walmart is where, I guess, metro buses or school buses will take them to the shelter. The question is, what shelter are they taking them to?
Well, I'm not allowed to go past this line, actually, because the security guard told me if I do, it links up to the San Jose Police Department, and they will come here and arrest me.
You know, what this has turned into is a humanitarian crisis here.
That's kind of weird for a Walmart.
Simply take a realpolitik approach and suggest that, you know, if we just cut some deals with Russia.
Are there enough shelters? What about food? What about clothing? What about...
even if it hurts people, or even if it violates international norms, or even if...
It's only going to get worse.
It leaves smaller countries vulnerable.
That perfect hurricane machine.
Because where do all these people go?
No. Anyone who knows anything about jail or anything about that knows what this is. That is a holding area.
Like I told y'all, keep thinking this shit is a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a game. FEMA, Walmart, because if you, like, once again, if you turn, for those who are late catching on to the videos or the information, you know, if you turn the words around, Walmart will spell martial law. But these Walmarts are being used as detention holding facilities, temporary, while awaiting transport to a FEMA camp. And so, we gotta wake up, brothers and sisters. This is why They giving away cars, giving away money, paper money, clothing, all types of sales. Things are being damn near practically given away because it's about to be extinct. A lot of things are going to be obsolete soon. The most important thing in your life, at the rate we going, will be a bottle of water and a fucking gun and some bullets. That will become more expensive than a football-sized diamond. Trust me when I tell you this. A lot of this shit is not going to have any meaning to it. If these executive orders ever go into action, this Rex 84, this King Alfred plane, look it up, Google it up, King Alfred plane, Rex 84. And they tell you in an 8-hour protocol, they could have this whole country, 90 snakes, locked the fuck down. Most of you gonna get caught and rounded up and apprehended in a bar, at a strip club, at a liquor store, on a drug strip, and your families you will be separated from your families forever. The elderly will literally die as soon as they hear the door bust open. They'll die. They go straight into cardiac arrest. Because you know how our elderlies are. And what they say will be correct. That the devil has arrived. You ain't seen shit yet. You think you've been out in the war zone. You think you've been to hell. You haven't seen hell. You haven't seen 50, 60,000 people, black people, hungry, with no toilet facilities, with no food, no water. You don't know what that is like. Because a lot of you can't go 5 or 6 hours without cramming something down your fucking throat. That 9 times out of 10 is not good for you. Let alone having to resort to eat a bug. To actually cook a fucking rodent and feed it to your baby because the babies have lost so much weight and their stomachs about to blow up. Don't think the things and the tragedies that happen in these third world countries will not happen here. This is home. This is home of the devil. But see, you motherfucking niggas still love that white man. Because all you think about is hurting somebody that look like you. Taking from somebody that looks like you. All that shit is going to come to an abrupt end. If you all, as a whole, we don't get our shit together, we will be totally fucked up, royally. And for those who don't think it's going to happen or will ever happen, I don't know what you're going to do when it does. Because some of our people are some of the most hard-headed, stupidest, naive, greenest motherfuckers on the planet. The white man just blindfolds you every day, and just because he gives you a couple of dollars, you get a good paycheck, enough to pay your bills to survive. You're not living large, you're just getting enough to survive. And then some of you, when you get a couple of extra pennies more than somebody else, you really think you are on top of the goddamn game. That you're better than the rest of the slaves. But it's gonna come out. It's all gonna come out. I just feel sorry for a lot of you all, you know, who have health problems, those who actually know this shit is coming, but you may be dealing with some health issues that will prevent you from actually doing and putting up the real good fight that you really want to in your hearts. Those are the ones that I will help. Those are the ones that I will lay my life down on the line, other than the children and the elderly. But for you niggas, you know that all you think about is just doing wrong, taking from people, doing the wrong motherfucking thing, hanging out all the motherfucking time, getting high all goddamn day, not amounting to nothing, taking from people. Because like I told you, there's only two types of people in this world. Givers and takers. Which one are you? Because a lot of you will say that you're a giver, but you're a goddamn lie. You are a taker. But the thing about it, it can change. But you gotta admit that you're a fucking taker. All you do is take. Never give. And then when you do, you think you're supposed to get a goddamn trophy. Those are the Negroes that hold us up from progress. But see, all that, when you round it up with 100,000 motherfucking brothers and sisters in a goddamn cage, they've been in the cage, standing in concrete for 4 or 5 fucking days with no toilet and no food to eat. And if you make too much noise, you'll be shot through the goddamn cage. Think about it, brothers and sisters. Leave something in the comment box that makes sense. Not no rhetoric, not no bullshit, not no type of buck dancing, dumb shit. You know, leave something, a suggestion. Leave a comment on what can we do. And if it sounds, and if it makes sense, you know, I'm definitely going to mention it on the next video or the next time we discuss this and mention your name about the idea that you want to present to the world. Because you never know, the idea that you may not want to share may be the idea that may save some lives. Hotel, Black Power.